I am happy to join with you today.
On August 28, 1963, Martin Luther King Jr. stood on the steps of the Lincoln Memorial and delivered one of the most powerful speeches in American history. His words, "I have a dream," have become synonymous with the civil rights movement and the fight for justice all over the world. But who was the man behind those words, and how did he come to possess such a powerful belief in himself and his cause? Martin Luther King Jr. was born in Atlanta, Georgia, in 1929. He was the middle child of a Baptist minister, and from a young age, he was deeply influenced by his father's commitment to social justice. King attended Morehouse College in Atlanta, where he studied theology and became increasingly involved in the civil rights movement. After graduation, he enrolled in Crozer Theological Seminary in Pennsylvania, where he became the first African American student to be elected class president. After completing his studies, King became a minister in Montgomery, Alabama, where he quickly emerged as a leader in the civil rights movement. In 1955, Rosa Parks was arrested for refusing to give up her seat on a bus, and King helped lead the Montgomery Bus Boycott, which lasted for over a year and resulted in the desegregation of the city's buses. King's leadership during the Montgomery Bus Boycott brought him national attention, and he became a leading figure in the civil rights movement. He helped organize the March on Washington for Jobs and Freedom in 1963, where he delivered his famous speech, "I have a dream." King's belief in nonviolence and civil disobedience as a means of achieving change was deeply influenced by the teachings of Mahatma Gandhi. He believed that through peaceful protest, he could change the hearts and minds of those in power and bring about real change. There are a series of lessons to be learned from the life of MLK Jr. Let us discuss some of them. He had a deep belief in himself and his ability to make a difference in the world. He didn't let the obstacles he faced discourage him. Instead, he believed in himself and his cause. He had a clear vision of the future he wanted to create, a world where all people would be treated equally and have the same opportunities. This clear vision helped him stay focused and motivated. Always stand for what is right. He knew that the fight for civil rights was a just cause, and he was willing to take a stand for what was right, even when it was difficult. He showed that standing up for what you believe in is more important than being popular or comfortable. In the immortal words of Martin Luther King Jr., "The ultimate measure of a man is not where he stands in moments of comfort and convenience, but where he stands at times of challenge and controversy." Persistence is key. King faced many setbacks and obstacles, but he never gave up. He continued to press forward, even when progress seemed slow. He taught us that persistence is key to achieving our goals. He believed in the power of nonviolence and love for one another. He was able to change people's hearts and minds through this means. He taught us that violence only begets more violence, and that true change can only be achieved through understanding and compassion. MLK is a community man. He believed so much in the power of community. King knew that he couldn't achieve change alone. He understood that he needed a community of like-minded people to stand with him. He taught us that we are stronger together than we are alone. And lastly, the power of your voice. King used his voice to speak out against injustice and to inspire others to take action. He taught us that our voices are powerful tools for change and that we should not be afraid to speak out. King's efforts to bring about change were not without their challenges. He was arrested several times, and his home was bombed. He faced constant threats to his life and was assassinated in 1968. Martin Luther King Jr.'s belief in himself and his cause was unwavering, despite the many challenges he faced. His message of equality and justice continues to inspire people around the world today. His legacy lives on in the Civil Rights Act of 1964 and the Voting Rights Act of 1965, laws that were passed as a result of his tireless efforts. I will close with one of his famous quotes. "Make a career of humanity. Commit yourself to the noble struggle for equal rights. You will make a better person of yourself, a greater nation of your country, and a finer world to live in." He said this at the March for Integrated Schools on 18th of April 1959. Thank you for watching. On this 2023 MLK Day, let us honor the legacy of Martin Luther King Jr. and continue to work towards a more just and equal society.